Tyler here. I got a great question from Jenny, a garage warrioress, warrior princess. Jenny wants to know, what's your diet plan like right now? So that's great. I'm happy you caught me at a good time, because anybody who's in the fitness industry knows that there's times when we're really on and we're really doing what we preach and we're nailing it. And then there's times when we're, like kicking our heels up, or life stresses are getting to us, and maybe we're not following our own rules quite as well. But the good news is, for the last few months, I have been very, very good about following my own rules. So I'm proud to tell you what my diet is right now. And it's going to vary from day to day depending on what type of day I have. But generally speaking, here's what happens. I roll out of bed about 6:30 to grab my baby, because my wife's been watching my little baby 7-month-old girl all night long. And so I grab her and I say, go back to sleep, sweetheart. And my wife goes back to sleep for a few hours. I go out in the living room. The first thing I do is I chug about 32 to 48 ounces of water, a lot of water. I chug 2-3 big glasses, or I'll fill up a gallon jug and I'll drink it about a third of the way down, okay? So I chug that water down, because I believe that hydrating yourself first thing in the morning, especially if you can get it with a little bit of cold water, is a great thing to do. Now after that, what I generally do is I will have some sort of tea or coffee, all right? Depending on the day. I like coffee, but not every single day. Okay? If I'm drinking coffee, I'm gonna do what Dave Asprey does from the Bulletproof Executive. I'm gonna take a little bit of grass-fed butter and a little bit of MCT oils. I'm gonna blend that into the coffee. So forget creamers, sugary creamers, whatever. I'm gonna blend some grass-fed butter and some MCT oils into coffee, just a little bit, not a lot. And that's my creamer. And what that does is it keeps me in that fat-burning zone, because you wake up in that fat-burning zone, right? And I wanna stay ketogenic as long as possible throughout the day. So that butter coffee is, sometimes it's my breakfast. Sometimes it's what I drink about an hour before my breakfast, okay? So either tea, and I'll fast it out until I eat breakfast, or some sort of butter coffee, and then I'll have either breakfast or I'll start with lunch, all right? So then breakfast, I try to keep it real simple. I try to keep it really focused on high quality fats, high quality protein. So sausage, high quality bacon, pastured eggs, nuts, some sort of cashews or something like that, along with my sausage. I mean, you'd be surprised. You'd see my daily eating schedule. You'd just laugh. You'd be like, oh my God, he eats the same thing like all the time. So yeah, so some sort of meat and nuts, or some sort of eggs and meat for breakfast, just to keep me in that fat burning zone, not putting me into that glycogen state that you do when you consume carbohydrates in the morning. So that could be anywhere from 8:30 a.m. all the way up till like 1 p.m. I may not have breakfast till 1 p.m. depending on how busy I am. Like right now, I'm out in the garage, I'm shooting video. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning right now. I haven't had anything to eat yet, but some tea, and I already went on my nice long, well, I was about 1.5 mile walk today, so it wasn't too long. All right, so that's my breakfast. For lunch depends on the day. Some days I don't eat lunch. If I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna eat some lunch. So that's either gonna be a protein shake. I like to do a kombucha before my workouts, because that gives me a little bit of glucose to do my workouts with. I also like to juice vegetables. So I might take a whole stalk of celery, a whole cucumber, and like an apple, and swig that down before my workout, and then go work out. And then afterwards is always some sort of protein shake, usually like a whey protein or a vegetable-based protein, usually shooken up with a can of coconut juice. All right, so that's why I get some good carbohydrates in there post-workout. And then the biggest meal I usually have, so you can see I'm not really eating a lot during the day. The biggest meal I have is always dinner, right? And for dinner, I usually have between ½ pound and a pound of meat, and it's usually grass-fed beef, organic chicken, or wild-caught salmon, okay? And then I'm gonna consume that with as many vegetables as I can slog down. So it could be 4 or 5 servings of vegetables, could be as much as 10 servings of vegetables, and then depending on how active I am for the day, right? So if I know I went out there and killed a workout, and I worked my muscles to the bone, or did a high intensity workout, then I might have some white rice, or some potatoes, or some sweet potatoes with my dinner, or some white rice noodles with some sort of soup, right? If I didn't work out hard, then I don't have it, right? I might have a glass of red wine, I might have a small glass of scotch, or a small little vodka lemon drink, right? Might have that a few days a week, because I enjoy to kick my heels up and relax in the evening time. And generally speaking, that's what happens about 6 days a week, right? And then on the 7th day, I usually kick my heels up and I'll have some gluten-free French toast for breakfast, and I might have like a protein style burger for lunch, and I might have some sort of, I don't know, faux spaghetti with brown rice noodles or white rice noodles for dinner. But the point is I kick my heels up and I just have a good time on the 7th day. So that's what my diet's been for a long time. Sometimes I get a little bit worse on it. Right now I'm nailing it every single time, 100% gluten-free. I have a dairy issue, so I'm 100% dairy-free as well. That's how I do it. Roll out of bed, drink a bunch of water. I drink that water throughout the day in between meals, hot tea or hot coffee, then have a breakfast anywhere between 8:30 and 12 or 1. It's always high fat, high protein. I usually do my workouts in the afternoon or in the early evening, and then post-workout, a little bit of carbohydrates, a little bit of protein, usually in the form of a drink. Sometimes pre-workout I do some juice or a kombucha, and then a dinner. Bunch of meat, bunch of vegetables, and sometimes starches depending on how hard I work. That's it, boom. That's my diet in a nutshell. All right, if you dig the video, like it, leave a comment, let me know what you think, share it with your friends so they too can know what to eat so they can live the warrior lifestyle, all right? Thanks for watching.